Hi Mark, I'm Mitch from the A class and my student number is 39. I'm going to record the news this week. I'm going to start. Facebook email is going away, in case you notice, by Matt Smith, CNN. Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg addressed the Mobile World Congress in Barcelona, Spain on Monday. Story highlights. News. It's a little bit of bowing to the inevitable, analysts say. Facebook plans to pull the plug on its email service in March. Few of its 1.2 billion users use the service, the social media giant says. Message from those accounts will be forwarded to a user primary email. Editors note, Mobile World Congress is the world's largest mobile tech trade show looking at the current state of mobile and where it might go next. Watch CNN International coverage live from Barcelona on 24 February to 28 February. Get the latest live update from the event on CNN's live blog. Check your Facebook mail lately. Didn't think so. Apparently not many others did either. So after 3+ years, the world's largest social media outlet is pulling the plug on its little used email service. The company confirmed Tuesday. We're making the change because most people haven't been using their Facebook email address, and we can focus on improving our mobile messaging experience for everyone, Facebook said in a statement. For those who have a Facebook mail account, message will be forwarded to the primary email address listed in a user account. The company said, the changes are planned to roll out in March, and users can turn off that forwarding option if they prefer not to have their personal inboxes flooded with their messages. It's a little bit of bowing to the inevitable, said Justin Lafferty, editor of the trade site Inside Facebook. The email address, which showed up as messages for Facebook users, never took off, and when Facebook tried to make them the default email accounts for all users in mid-2012, a lot of people were unhappy with that, he said. It was kind of rolled out to everyone regardless of what they wanted, Lafferty said. With last week's $19 billion acquisition of WhatsApp, the fast-growing messaging service, Facebook is focusing more on mobile messaging than email these days. Facebook ventures into the email field in November 2010, adding the service to the messaging system already used heavily by its 1.2 billion users. CEO Mark Zuckerberg said that at the time that the system would complement, not compete with entrenched email giants such as Google, Yahoo, and Microsoft. We don't expect anyone to wake up tomorrow and say, I'm going to shut down my Yahoo account or my Gmail account and switch exclusively to Facebook. But we do expect a shift to more real-time communication, he said. Lafferty said the reversal is unlikely to be remembered in the company's annual, much like the service itself. Many people probably weren't even aware of the change, he said. Miami artists destroy 1 million a wee vase in protest by Ewan McCurdy for CNN. Vandal breaks 1 million vase at museum. Story highlight. Prominent Chinese artist work vandalized in Miami gallery. Defendant said he destroyed Wei's 1 million vase at a spontaneous protest. Has previously destroyed vase as part of his work, but he said a line needs to be drawn when work is damaged as part of a protest. CNN. He's been photographed dropping vases before, but that doesn't mean it's okay for just anyone to do it. Ah Weiwei has made a name for himself by not only creating visually arresting and thought-provoking art, but for his uncompromising activism in opposition to the China government. Ah was on the receiving end of a protest this weekend, when a local Miami artist smashed a color-based vase valued at $1 million, part of the artist, according to what? Exhibition at the Perez Art Museum, Miami, PAMM, in the city. The exhibition also includes photographs of the Chinese artist dropping what appears to be a Han Dynasty urn. Maximo Caminero, a Miami-based artist, was named in a police affidavit as the defendant. He told an officer that his art was a protest against the gallery's decision to only display international art. Ah Weiwei, this is a terrible time. Ah Weiwei debuts music video. The police report states that Caminero picked up the vase before being advised to put it down by a museum official. He then dropped it in protest. He was charged with criminal mischief, questionable protest. Ah, meanwhile, told CNN that he didn't have much reaction to the news, but said that he thought that a line should be drawn when it came to damaging public or private property as part of a protest. I can have a show in Beijing, but I cannot go to museums to break work in Beijing, he said in a phone interview. My work is basically forbidden to be shown in China. The protest itself may be valid, but to damage somebody's work, to do that, it is questionable. Ah said that he considered his work, specifically the triptych, which shows him dropping an antique urn, to be very different. My work belongs to me. It doesn't belong to the public, and also it doesn't belong to somebody else. He said he believes he has been contacted by the gallery, but he isn't taking the loss too seriously. I don't really care much, and actually my work is often damaged in different shows, because it's fragile. So normally I don't take these things too highly. Damage is damage, you know. If they have insurance, maybe it will be covered. Art in China on script and cutting edge. Condemnation. The museum issued a statement concerning the incident, condemning Caminero's act. Although the museum can't speak directly to intention, evidence suggests that this was the premeditated art, a PAMM statement read. As an artist museum dedicated to celebrating modern and contemporary artists from within our community and around the world, we have the highest respect for freedom of expression, but this destructive art is vandalism and disrespectful to another artist and his work, to Perez Art Museum, Miami, and to our community. Caminero told the Miami New Times that it was a spontaneous protest, and that he lifted the vase and let it smash on the floor like we did in his picture, then waited for authorities peacefully and never resist punishment. California couple strikes gold after finding 10 million in rare coins. By Dana Ford, CNN. Couple finds 10 million in gold coins. Story highlight. News. A highlight is a 1966 Snow-Moto Double Eagle valued at close to 1 million. The coin in $5, $10, and $20 denominations are dated from 1847 to 1894. They have a combined face value of about 27,000 but could fetch 10 million or more. The discovery is thought to be the largest of its kind in US history. CNN. Eureka! A husband and wife are reveling in their good fortune after finding 10 million in rare gold coins buried on their property in Northern California. The gold country discovery is thought to be the largest of its kind in US history. According to David Hall, co-founder of Professional Coin Grading Service, which authenticated the find. It's quite a story. People were walking along on their property in Northern California, noticed something, began digging, and they found cans of gold coin. Hall said, "It should have happened to you and me." The incredible find. The coin was unearthed in February 2013 by the husband and wife who wished to remain anonymous. They were walking their dog when they spotted something shiny on the ground. The couple dug and eventually discovered 8 metal cans containing more than 1,400 gold coins. No one knows how they got there or whom the coins might have belonged to. Somebody could have buried them and died before they let anyone know where they were, Hall said. Believe it or not, I know cases where they forget they had something or they moved or whatever. It could have been some kind of robbery deal. Who knows? The treasure is known as the Saddle Ridge Hoard because it was discovered near a hill a couple called Saddle Ridge. In their effort to stay anonymous, the husband and wife aren't saying exactly where the fortune was found. These coins could change history. The coins in $5, $10, and $20 denominations date from 1847 to 1894. Most were minted in San Francisco. They have a combined value of about 27,000 but experts believe they could fetch 10 million or more. Many are in pristine condition, including at least 14 coins that are considered the finest known for their date and mint mark. A highlight from a hold is an 1866 No-Moto Double Eagle valued at close to 1 million. The couple is planning to sell much of the collection. Approximately 90% of the coins will go up on Amazon.com's collectibles site, according to Don Cargan of Cargan's Inn, who is assisting the anonymous owners. He told CNN the couple wants to donate some of the proceeds to charity. Basically, they're thankful and they think it's wonderful that they're going to be able to save their property that they thought they might lose, and again, they want to give back to the community and to needy people, he said. Collector wanting a sneak peek can see some of the coins at the American Numismatic Association's 2014 National Money Show in Atlanta, which opens Thursday. Unlike other hoards and treasures, this one includes a great variety of coins that struck over many different years, and many of the coins are still in pristine condition, Cargan said. And add to that a wonderful human interest story. This family literally found a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Hong Kong police on alert after China sex industry crackdown, by Peter Shadbolt, CNN. An alleged sex worker covered her face after being demanded on in Dongjiang, China on February 9, 2014. The story highlights Hong Kong police plan to step up operations against vice operations. The move follows a crackdown on prostitution across border in Dongjiang, Senior police fear vice may shift to Hong Kong in the wake of police raids. The Chinese government has indicated that a vice crackdown has gone nationwide. CNN. Hong Kong police plan to step up efforts against vice operations in the city following a massive crackdown on prostitution last week across the Chinese border, where police in Dongjiang raided 2,000 establishments and detained more than 900 people. Senior Hong Kong police expressed fears that the special administrative zone could fill the vice vacuum left after the raids by more than 6,000 police on the Chinese industrial city just 60 miles, about 100 km to the north. Commissioner of Police Andy Sang-Wah-Hung told local media that police would be stepping up operation against the sex trade, adding that proliferation of vice in the territory was a concern following the crackdown. There is definitely potential for the sex trade to suddenly grow quickly here, but it wasn't just be confined to a raise in prostitution. A senior Hong Kong police office told the South China Morning Post it will be bring with it all the usual vice that goes with it: narcotics, money laundering, trade protection. Report: nations of not fighting trafficking. China seized rare animal products. The Chinese Ministry of Public Security on Sunday ordered police across China to step up efforts to tackle the three vices: prostitution, gambling, and drug trafficking, warning officials they would be held accountable for illegal activities. While Dongjiang, situated between the large population zone of Shenzhen and Guangzhou, has long been associated with prostitution. It is known as China's Sin City. China's Ministry of Public Security has indicated it will not limit the crackdown to the city, and that the operation will also target officials benefiting from the trade. Be resolute with the crackdown no matter who is involved and regardless of what officials' rank they are at, with no leniency of soft-heartedness, the ministry said in a post on its website over the weekend. Dongjiang deputy mayors and a police chief, Yang Xiaodang, was fired from his post last week, and 10 other senior police officers has been subject to a range punishment in the wake of the raids, state media reported. Other provinces including Zhejiang, Gansu, Shandong, Guangxi, and Heilongjiang has conducted their own vice raids in recent days, indicating that the campaign has been directed from the central government. Dubbed the Exterminate Yellow campaign, the color in China associated with prostitution, the crackdown comes after a report by the nation broadcaster CCTV on the sex industry in Dongjiang. There is definitely potential for the sex trade to suddenly grow quickly here, Hong Kong police senior officer. According to media report cited by the English language China Daily, Dongjiang, with a large and shifting migrant population from across China, could have as many as 30,000 working in the illegal industry, despite harsh penalties for involvement. The nationwide clampdown on three vices is the latest target for the government of President Xi Jinping, which promised a wide-scale crackdown on rampant graft when it came to power in 2012. Xi has also been behind an austerity drive to rein in extravagant spending, banning officials from serving exotic dishes such as shark fin soup at banquets. Anger over corruption has prompted a raft of mass incidents and official expungement for protests, worrying officials defending one-party rule. Last year, Xi voted to crack down on both tigers and flies, powerful leaders and lowly bureaucrats in his campaign against corruption and petty officialdom. He started in his teens with just $14. Now he's a 20 years old paperback king. By Theo Carmeloitis and Jessica Ellis, CNN. Andrew Mupuya is the founder of Uganda's first registered paperback company. Youth Entrepreneurial Link Investment (YELI) is supplying restaurants, supermarkets, and medical center in Kampala. Hard caption. Success is in the bag for Paper King. Story highlights. Andrew Mupuya founded YELI, Uganda's first registered paperback production firm. He started at 19 after learning about the environmental hazard of plastic bags. Now at 21, he employs 16 staffs and make about 20,000 paperbacks a week. Mupuya is the recipient of several awards, including the Anzisha Prize. Every week, African startup follows entrepreneurs in various countries across the continent to see how they are working to make their business dreams become reality. CNN award-winning entrepreneur Andrew Mupuya was just 16 years old when he decided to take on the world. That was back in 2008 when both of Mupuya's parents had lost their job and could not only afford to cover his school fees. I had to get to meet my basic need by myself. Remember the Ugandan businessman. I decided to face the world alone. Inadvertently, the government of Uganda came to Mupuya's aid. At the time, officials in the country announced that they were considering a ban on plastic bags to curb environmental damage. Mupuya, who was still in secondary school, immediately saw this as an opportunity to launch a paperback production company. I conducted a feasibility study, market research around retail shops, kiosks, supermarkets around Kampala, and discovered there is need and a potential market for paperbacks. From teens entrepreneur to paperback king, ex-refugee builds toilet paper empire. Read this. Sales into sales with bags of love. To start on his small operation, Mupuya figures out he needed a capital of 36,000 Ugandan shillings, $14. He raised the first $11 from selling 70 kilos of used plastic bottles he's collected over 1 week. Mupuya then borrowed the remaining $3 from his school teacher and embarked on his entrepreneurial journey product paper bags on a small scale. Since then, the business has grown extensively, and today at the age of 21, Mupuya is the owner of Youth Entrepreneurial Link Investment, EYLI, the first registered Ugandan company to make paperbacks. The young entrepreneur employs 16 people who produce up to 20,000 paperbacks each week. His long list of clients including restaurants, retail stores, supermarkets, medical centers, as well as multinational companies like Samsung, YELI has made about 1,000 niche bags for the local stores of the electronic company. Right now, I have 72 clients, says Mupuya. 90% of our clients always come back. Green impact. Mupuya's remarkable achievement and grew business skills have been recognized with a number of accolades in recent years. In 2012, Mupuya was the winner of the 30,000 Nzisha Prize, a major award given to young African entrepreneurial leaders who take the initiative to address critical needs in their countries. The award I won gave me courage to push on with my business. Andrea Mupuya, YELI founder. The award I have won gave me courage to push on my business, that young entrepreneur. It shows to me how and I am doing the right thing, and it helps me define the impact I'm creating. Remember this, playgrounds made from trash. Ugandans have attempted to ban plastic bag in a bid to deal with its acute waste management problem and promote environmental conservation. Yet they are still used in Kampala and often block drainage systems or collect in heaps on the side of the road. Mupuya, however, believes Ugandans will eventually choose paper over plastic, and he even plans to build a recycling operation. A paper bag is eco-friendly. It can easily decompose, he said, but plastic bags take too long so that it's the difference. Just the start. For now, Mupuya stores his paper from Nairobi, the capital of Kenya. His business is housed in Kasokoso, a slum just outside Kampala, bustling city center. Here, everything is done by hand and with precision. YELI employees turn out thousands of bags daily, cutting the paper manually and then folding it and gluing it appropriately. But this takes time as customer numbers grow. The team cannot keep up with the increasing order. Mupuya says one of the biggest challenges for his startup right now is supply and demand. It needs time to produce the right quality and quantity to all clients because it's run manually, he says. It's quite hard to catch up with some clients who are used to cheap plastic bags, adds Mupuya. My next step is to get a machine because I am only able to supply 5% of the demands I have. I dream of having a big plant where I am able to supply paper bags all over Africa. Andre Mupuya, YELI founder. Read this. Fishing craft to football tables, furniture to float your boat. Yet Mupuya says that this is a problem that most clients understand, pushing him to keep thinking big and press ahead with his plans to promote environmental conservation. My vision is to have a cleaner Africa by eradicating use of plastic bags and emphasis on paper recycling, he says. I dream of having a big plant where I'm able to supply paper bags all over Africa, said Mupuya, putting emphasis on sensitizing above environmental conservation. So I believe this is just the start. Thank you for listening, Mark. I found these news and reports very interesting and good to read, and I hope I have a chance to read it again. And now I'm going to start over because it's not 30 minutes yet. Facebook emails is going away, in case you noticed, by Matt Smith, CNN. Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg addressed the Mobile World Congress in Barcelona, Spain on Monday. Story highlight news. It's a little bit of bowing to the inevitable. Analyst says Facebook plans to post the plug on its email service in March. Few of its 1.2 billion users use the service, the social media giant says. Message from those accounts will be forwarded to the user's primary email. Editor's notes: Mobile World Congress is the world's largest mobile tech trade show, looking at the current state of mobile and where it might go next. Watch CN International's coverage live from Barcelona on 24 February to 28 February. Get the latest live updates from the event on CN Live Blogs. Thank you, Mark, for listening.